Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the square circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. The boys are back as we took a week off. Sometimes technology doesn't allow you to operate, and sometimes you just need a week to talk to your boys without having to put on. So we're back. The boys are here. Wrestling is cool, and this is ECW. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and wrestling fans across the globe. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling. I am the Jackie Miles. I am your final host and your ECW Undisputed Champion. Welcome to your screen, our resident tribal chief, Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation.
What up, fellas, man? Good to be back. Good to be with my brothers. I'm still in the dungeon, waiting for my long way to return from WrestleMania 40.
You can follow Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X as CGriff84. Rounding out this chat room is the man of 49 holds. Yeah, he gained an extra hold after last week. Montay, a.k.a. Coach Montay.
Man, it's good to see y'all. Good to be back. New segment tonight. Our viewers, book it or bury it. Can't wait to get into it. So come with me in the dirt sheet world. I'm gonna let you in. Let's get it.
Follow him on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Behind the scenes, as always, he's somewhere in Angel Doris's DMs asking her to fly him out. The advocate to the ECW Undisputed Champion, BDixx. You can find him on Cash App at BDixx989. Send him a couple dollars if you bold. You can find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Gentlemen, man, how's the week going? How's everybody doing? Coach, let's start with you, my boy.
Man, doing good, man. Hey, listen, man. The one thing about the DFW area at the end of May, it's the rainy season. And yeah, it's no power. You know, the storm season. It's no power, no Wi-Fi. So hey, we once again, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize. We took the week off, but hey, gotta have some internet in the house to do what we do, right? So, but everything's back to normal, man. Everything is they starting to clean up stuff, man. But the tornadoes came through. Luckily, fortunately, wasn't a lot of stuff. You know, everybody was safe. You know, wasn't any major fatalities or anything of that nature. But they did come through here a couple weeks ago through the area. But we're back. We're good to go. We're blessed. Full time, man, family, and now God family football. So it's back. So finding that balance. I was blessed to get a new gig. So coach back after a year off, I'm back doing what I do, man. So Coach Montay is getting it. So, but now it's good to get back in the dungeon with y'all boys and talk a lot of wrestling. So we got a lot to catch up on. So let's get it. Good to see y'all.
Yeah, we're glad everybody's safe down there, man. Y'all was down there like in prehistoric times with no Wi-Fi, trying to figure out. He was like a retired NBA player in that mug. Like, so what do y'all do? Yeah, you ain't know what to do in that house. But we glad y'all good though. So, Griff, my boy, what's going on, man? How you feeling over there?
Man, what's up, champ? All is well, man. Off this week off, man, y'all know, and thank you guys for your support and prayers too, with the fam and all, man. Just went through and said my final farewells to my godmother, prayer condolences to my bro Taj and Asha McMillan for their mother. Coach, congratulations too. I seen that you just alluded to it just moments ago in your coaching gig as well too. Congratulations. I know that's your passion. And last time we spoke, you was at 44 holes. Now you 1 away from 50, man. So congratulations. Salute to you, my brother.
Yeah. Brothers. For the 50th episode. So,
yes, sir. Other than that, man, all is well this way, man. Just taking one day, one breath at a time, man. Shout out to BDixx, man, our wise man. Me and him had a chance to connect and text back and forth. I knew you guys wasn't probably watching into Battleground, so we were watching and texting back and forth. And it was very interesting because a lot of things I was thinking, he was thinking, a lot of things he was thinking, I was thinking. So we were just going back and forth and just sharing and just having fun with our creative minds, man, and just enjoying the show back and forth, man. So other than that, man, I was excited to get on here with you guys, man, from last week, man, and discuss and catch up and recap and discuss what's been going on in the wrestling world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, brother, it's good to have you, man. I know, the last couple of weeks have been kind of rough, but we're glad you're pulling through. And as always, we've said it offline, but we'll say it online as well. You know, you got us in your corner, and we'll do whatever we need for you, brother. So always keep that in mind. Glad you and BDixx got to catch up over on Battleground.
Oh yeah.
It's been a crazy couple weeks for your boy over here. So, Coach asked for a week off last week, and I'm like, absolutely, bro, because I need a minute to breathe for just 2 minutes.
That was perfect time for all of us.
Bro.
Yeah. Just a minute to breathe, bro. Yeah. So, but we're happy to get back into this, man. Let's go ahead and get started. And of course, we need to jump right in as WWE tells us, F you one more time as AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes finally kick off what seems to be a feud. So since the last time we spoke, AJ Styles finally gave Coach what he wanted, sort of. Yeah. And gave him the Mark Henry retirement. And so even though he didn't actually retire, we did get an actual feud worth talking about in AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. So I got to ask you, Coach, starting with you, brother, how do you feel about the I Quit match coming up soon?
Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm stoked about it. Yes, I got what I want. I got a legit feud with something on the line with a great storyline. But I'm proud of AJ. I'm proud of AJ for getting in this bag and doing that. I knew it was going to be a spin on that with the light blue suit. Like a lot of people, it's crazy. This new generation of wrestlers, of fans, wouldn't have caught that. Probably
had no clue. Yeah.
So
no clue.
It was people out there, and guys, it was people out there actually buying it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there laughing the whole time. And guys, y'all know I'm a sucker. So I'm a sucker for this. Whenever somebody gets called down to the ring, and whenever they do I'm grab my hand and let's do our bow and salute to the crowd. Here come that clothesline and that ass whipping. So everything was right on time and scheduled. Everything was just as planned. And I was like, thank God, something for us to sink our teeth into. So it's twofold. I'm proud of AJ. I'm proud of Cody. Because we finally getting a chance, and we kind of get a chance to see the dog. And this is last episode. We're seeing another side of Cody brought out in this feud too. So I'm happy on all fronts, man. And this is, hey guys, I think we said this a couple weeks ago. They can't do this match without a serious stipulation. Like you already gave us a 5-star banger. What can we do to top it? So I'm all for the I Quit match and what Cody said last week. Hey, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make you do something you should have said last week. I quit. And then Cody showing the hey, I'm here. I ain't playing no games. I'm waiting for you at this loading dock. I'm gonna beat your ass. And that's what I want. I want to see all of that. Like some intensity. Show me something beside the suit, Cody. And you finally gave that to me. So congratulations. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure. Over to you, Griff. What you think?
First off, when that first happened, I was like, if y'all really think AJ Styles going to retire, y'all are some fools, right? But then, like, to Coach's point, the twofold of it was like, you know what? They made you, they really made you believe like something was going to happen. Like, for most of us OGs, we're like, now, there'd been video vengeance, there'd have been this person coming out, there'd have been a whole ceremony. Yeah, I know this dude ain't going to retire, but on the other side, it really made those who really believed it like it was a real actual thing. So that was actual phenomenal. However, my only little tweak to this is that, and I get everything, the turn on Cody and stipulation, but I really felt like we should have had a little bit more time to build. It seemed like we just had it, and then we got a week or two, then we have the match. I think we should have just probably had a couple more weeks to let it build and then go on to the next PLE, which I think is Money in the Bank 2 weeks after this one, in my opinion. But I'm very vested in how this match is going to go with an I Quit stipulation. But just for me, I thought it probably should have just prolonged just a couple more weeks and just add a little bit more spice to the storyline.
Yeah, I can understand that, looking for a little bit more. But I think they've told enough within these last 2 weeks of AJ Styles doing the retirement situation, and then now Cody hunting him down this past week. But hindsight is 2020. It's easy to say like we should have seen this coming with AJ Styles, just turning heel not too long ago. So it's hindsight is 2020. It's easy to say that we should have seen it coming, but at the same time, it's like nothing was happening. We complained about it for the last however many weeks. Nothing was happening with Cody that made me want to turn the TV on. So finally, we got something out of it where now we're gonna dig a little deeper into what Cody and AJ Styles actually mean to WWE and what they actually mean to wrestling, in my mind. So I look forward to this. I'm with you, Griff. It could have been a little bit more prolonged, but I think this isn't the last match, right? We got to finish it up at Money in the Bank or at SummerSlam. There's got to be a third one. Something has to happen in this to force us to go to a third inning, in my mind.
This is good. I think if they can find a way to, I don't know if they run it back. They shouldn't run it back at Money in the Bank, because if Randy is legit, if Randy's legit hurt, then maybe they should finish it at SummerSlam, maybe in Hell in a Cell, something like that. I don't know.
What's the correlation with Randy and this match?
No. Let me go ahead and bring that up. So I was thinking that he was probably gonna be next in line for the next challenger after AJ. Yeah, so that's kind of I was kind of thinking ahead, like, okay, well, if Orton
that's
is
what you
not ready
want
to go to actually, to
that's
start
what you want.
a new feud. Yeah, that's all I was kind of thinking out loud, but
sure.
It should be round 3 at SummerSlam for sure. Yep.
Either at SummerSlam or at Money in the Bank, and then you introduce somebody new at SummerSlam, or it's all a quick turnaround with how fast Money in the Bank happens, and then SummerSlam happens right back. So who knows, Griff? I don't know if you have any final thoughts on Cody and AJ.
No. All is that, man. Like you said, I just wanted to see how this goes. I don't know if this will be the end or this will be a part 3. I'm assuming it will be another third going around, but normally with I Quit matches, there's no point of return when there's an I Quit match in there. But this one could be different. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to finish in the end. We'll be on that. So I'm looking forward to this match, and then after seeing how this result ends, then we'll just go from there. But Jack, before you move, I want to allude to Coach real quick about Orton. So Orton, I did learn this last week. Okay. It is an angle. Apparently after King and Queen of the Ring, shout out to Bob Orton, Randy's dad. Apparently he was inducted to the St. Louis Hall of Fame like right after King and Queen of the Ring. And I seen that the entire family or the whole Orton family had inducted him in there. Cool. So I think that was just a write-off angle to do that. Just want to put that out there.
Thank you for that. Thank you. And question for you, Jackie. Actually, to both of y'all before we move, I got a question for you. And it was something, because we had a great discussion about it our last show. Do you think this is seeing Cody in this light a little tougher or something that I wanted other than the suit? Do you think this spices up the run, Jackie? I know we talked about it. Like, is this something we could maybe sink our teeth into a little bit as far as his run so far to get it more interesting?
I don't know that it spices it up. Here's my thought on it, and I say this every week. We have to trust. We have to trust Triple H, and we have to trust the writers in this whole thing. But
true,
for me, a face is boring because they come out and they say how good they are, or whatever. Kiss the babies, yada yada. And then somebody steps up and says if they're the whatever. But it's just there's no in-depth storyline to it. Who's to say we can't have a bloodline-esque storyline with this? Like, these two have traveled the globe wrestling. These two have been in the same spots. They both were leaders of the Bullet Club. Who's to say we can't pull out some cinematic storyline behind this? Now, to Griff's point, you're absolutely right. We didn't have enough time to do it because we just sprung this up 2 weeks ago. I understand that. But at the same time,
That's a good point.
Like, how do we it seems like we're slipping and then just trying to like catch up to whatever PLE is coming up, whereas the bloodline storyline like you were weeks in advance. We were thinking it through. Like I don't know if that's what they're trying to say, or it's like we don't know what's going to happen with Cody next, or if they just don't have enough behind this run just yet. We're only 2 months in, but
Gotcha.
I don't know if this spices it up as much as it gives it more. It gives it more to grasp onto, is what I'll say. Griff, you got thoughts there? Sorry.
No, I totally agree with your point. That's kind of what I was going to feed off of that too. But I think at this point, you had to look at the opponent and what the opponent's bringing out. AJ's bringing out that fire, and where the other opponents, I don't think, will bring that fire out of Cody. And the reason that AJ can bring that fire out because, again, like Jackie alluded to, was a long history they had with each other. Growing up, being raised. It was one time that AJ even had a match with Dusty back in TNA. Then with the Bullet Club. So all those things were a fact. It's just a matter of them coming together. I think one thing too. We're talking about Spice, and that could be something coming up in the third saga, depending on how this quick match do. I know we all all four of us alluded to, like when this rivalry first started, would they start bringing up Bullet Club memories and Bullet Club stuff, and would WWE allow that to portray too? So that could be something forthcoming as well in the third saga, if that's what's meant in the writing process of this match.
Yeah, breaking that wall. They've already doing it enough with TNA. I don't see why. Yeah, take your guys, take your fans on a ride. Sometimes you have to educate the fans too that are trying to figure it out.
Sure,
they've been right, like a fan like myself. There's a lot I would love to learn about that past few. So hey, give us more.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, cool. We've integrated the Roman Reigns part of the Paul Levesque era into. We want to integrate it into the rest of the wrestling world. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me was the catalyst of Triple H kind of taking over, right? That whole storyline there. So we have to give them the opportunity to present something else like that. We have to give them the time to kind of do so, and I don't know when that is, but hopefully it comes soon. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm happy with AJ Styles though. Let me say that I am happy that AJ Styles is the opponent. I'm happy that we're getting the I Quit match. This is going to drive something. I am happy about that. So I don't want to make it seem like it's all negative, but we're definitely getting something good coming from AJ Styles as a heel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Over on the Raw side, it looks like the Judgment Day over the last couple weeks have been trying to establish some dominance on the Raw brand, but it seems they're getting a bit distracted. Griff, any thoughts on Judgment Day and or the distraction?
I'm gonna talk about the distraction.
Yeah, let's go to the distraction first. Let's go to the distraction first.
Yeah, let's please talk about the distraction.
Fatal distraction.
I had to say the other part for the PR. I had to say the other part for the PR. Go ahead with the distraction though. You're right.
Fatal attraction distraction. Yeah,
that's for sure.
So first of all, champ, let me acknowledge the sign that's in the back that says, "Hey, Liv, I'm available if he's not." So, Liv, Griff is available if they're not. Like, give me the key. Like, quit fighting for that key. You lay that key on the table, I'm snatching that boy. Like, hey, forget Raw, Triple H. You can go ahead and find me that 20 grand. I'm going straight to the room.
They wouldn't have to worry about me, bro. Honestly, bro, they wouldn't have to worry about me. I'd have been in that mug like Cassidy with like screaming hotel. Girl, you wanna come to my hotel? I would have been in that mug lit. Don't worry about it. Sorry, go ahead, Griff. I'm sorry.
But no, man.
This is great,
man. But no, Liv is cooking, man. I besides what I said about her my expectations and defending the belt, I'm putting that to the side right now because she's really cooking and heating this story up and playing this very, very, very well. Because now the attention was on Dominic, but after last night, it seemed like it could be a cop blocker in the 6 and Finn Balor. You know what I'm saying? Then what cracked me up? Did y'all pick up the fact when Carlito's like, "Oh, that's cool"? Oh, wait a minute, that ain't cool. So I look like Carlito want to be a piece of that.
Right, he said it right the first time.
So the one person that's really trying to be all serious and tough, and I'm like, JD, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on now. Like, it's Liv Morgan, bro. I know you trying to impress Dame and the champ, but come on, Dot. Like,
he trying way too hard.
You try too hard, bro. You try too hard. But I love what Liv is doing, man. This whole thing and this distraction and getting in Dime head, getting the Judgment Day distracted and getting Damian Priest ticked off and everything. It's great, man. It's great TV. It's a great thing they're doing. It's a great angle. And this goes back to what I said before when people were mad when Becky Lynch won the title. Like, yo, chill out. They're cooking something. You got to give it time. And look what happened. Becky's off to the sunset temporarily for right now. And Liv Morgan is just taking things over right now.
Coach? I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed all around. Like I knew it was there. Like I knew the level of crazy was always in there, but for her to turn this into you know what this reminds us, y'all? It reminds us of the Attitude Era. Hey, them angles that they did. You know, obviously it's not it's a little toned down, but they flirting with it. When Pat McAfee said it, did y'all hear Pat McAfee say she straddled him? I was dying laughing, like how he kept just referencing, like, hey, you saw the straddle, right?
You saw it, right?
Yeah,
so, yeah. When I was all in, I was like, oh yeah, this is getting good. Like the hotel key, the straddle, they can't win no matches because she all over the place because everybody focused on her ass. Like it's great, man.
And she just come out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I think it's setting up the great match. You know, we talked about a couple weeks ago. For Rhea to make. Hopefully she comes back in time for SummerSlam. There are some things out there to where she might not be ready, but hey, we can cook with this a couple more months, like because especially with the Finn Balor factor in there. So yeah, we can definitely do some more things with it. But yeah, wrestling aside, I am entertained, and I went back to nostalgia last night. It totally reminded me of him watching the Attitude Era show in this segment. Like, and I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good.
So 3 things. All right, I got 3 things for you. Number 1, she's starting to do things that make you want to watch her segments, right? Like, All right, let me slow down. Sorry, this. She's starting to make TV that makes you want to watch. Not to like sexualize her in any way, but she's like making it interesting in a way that makes you want to watch her segments, right? And so she's building on a character and she's figuring it out, and we're definitely rooting for whatever comes next, right? Number 2, the custody of Dom ladder match has to happen. I just feel like that. No matter where we go from here, the custody of Dom ladder match 2.0 has to happen. Okay. Number 3, I'm gonna ask y'all to like think so far ahead in this moment, because what if she's not gonna just take over Judgment Day, like, and kick Rhea out? What if like her and Rhea are in Judgment Day? You know what I mean? And like, to Griff's point, what if she's not like going after Dom, but she ends up with Finn, and now she ends up in the Judgment Day with Finn, but you still got Dominic and Rhea, and now you have both these women long after the Revenge Tour has ended. Let me say that. So you finish the Revenge Tour, she takes over Judgment Day, and somehow, some way, we get this back to where now they're both in the Judgment Day. I'm just thinking. I'm just spitballing. I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah.
No. Both of your faces are telling me no.
Well, okay.
No. Because I'm still dealing with the sinus pressure, and I'm trying to process and visualize what you're saying.
Yeah.
Both of your faces are telling me no.
Jackie, I had a visual of those 4 in the ring talking so much shit, and could be a powerful faction. One of them could make them even stronger after Damien's gone, because believe it or not, because to your point you made last episode, Jackie, you everything about Priest is boring, so you get the boring guy out. Now you got 4 guys in there cooking. So I see where you're going with that.
Let's go to Damien. He's the world champion. We know that, right? He was getting the what chant in the middle of his segment. He's the world champion, and he was getting the what segment from the crowd.
So
and it's like,
so disrespectful.
I don't know that it's disrespect. He stumbled out of the gates. So it was like, And then they hit him with the what? And it was like, damn. I don't know, man. How do we feel about Damian Priest? Because I want the title off of him. I will pass it to y'all to hear what y'all say.
I'm gonna go back to your. I can't see that because the hatred for because Rhea's gonna come back with a vision so strong. I think that hatred will overlap that even happening. So that's just
right.
Us knowing Rhea's character. Even if she does come back babyface, she's still gonna drag Liv all over the place.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
So to Damian. You know what? I'm listening to his promo yesterday on the way back from practice, and I can't put my finger on it just yet. And I don't know if it's booking, if it's script, if it's just who he's always been. I don't know if he's not ready for the spotlight. He's a good wrestler, y'all. He's a decent wrestler. I just don't think maybe he was never a good talker. And like, even whether he heel or face, like talk your cash mess and get the fans, get us invested. He's never had promo skills to move us. Y'all know how the way I feel about promo. Like y'all know how the way I love promo. Move me. It's like a song, right? Like make me get invested in your song. And he's yet to do that long before he had the title. So yeah, he was boring long before the title reign, and now it's even worse now. So
yeah, I was gonna say
I don't know how you can pull him. I don't know. The only way out is to push reset, get him babyface, and see what happens. But no, I feel sorry for Dame. I don't. To answer your question, Jackie, I can't put my finger on what they need to do with him, but they got to do something quick, fast, in a hurry.
Griff?
Priest's best promo time was when they inserted R-Truth into the situation. That kind of brought him out and brought a different side of him. And it seemed like with Truth comedic aura around that kind of like brought this different Priest. So I think now when you had him like on the forefront to really, really lead, not from because he was U.S. champion for a good period of time, not from a U.S. champion, but when you are the world champion and you call yourself a leader of a faction, I think that's a different type of pressure, and it makes you stumble. It's almost like when I look at Priest from a speaking point, it seemed like he rehearses what he's going to say, and when he get out there, he chokes instead of just letting it flow. You know what I'm saying? Or like when they in that moment, just say that moment was in flow. As long as you stick to what you rehearse or stick to, you don't have to remember everything word for word. And I think that's what he's battling. He's trying to remember everything word for word, but also keep in mind he's on live TV and don't want to choke. But as far as the championship, I want Drew to take it from him in his homeland this week. I'm not sure that's going to happen. I am rooting for Drew back home for part 2. It'd be a disaster if he don't do it again 2 in a row in Scotland.
Wow.
But I'm ready for it. It was a great moment to see him cash in at WrestleMania and win that and feel that energy. But this run right now, it's not kicking with me, not one bit.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, if he just doesn't have like the opponent to get us interested, because we know that Drew McIntyre is preoccupied with CM Punk. So he is definitely not thinking about Damian Priest. And if he is, it's only because he has the title. Otherwise, there's like Damian Priest is an afterthought. So I don't know. We have to it's these summertime feuds that maybe that's the thing that's they're not giving us everything yet. Maybe we just need to be patient. Yeah. We say this every week, but it's kind of tough to be.
What makes them boring to you, Jackie?
It's the promos. It's the promos that
okay
that don't get me going, and maybe to Griff's point, maybe he's just, struggling to get it out. But I don't know, Griff. While you were saying that, bro, and this is definitely not on the on the ticket, But I have to ask, your boy stumbled out the gates too on his Money in the Bank promo a couple weeks back.
Oh my God. My God, main event Jay.
What's happening here, man?
You know, I would feel the same with Jay. I think it's when it comes to certain individuals that has that aura, they bring the best promo act out of you. But I think when you really in that spotlight, you have that real big prime time, you're not really used to it on your own, then you kind of stumble at that. If that kind of makes sense. It's almost like when you're public speaking. Like if I'm around you guys, man, I can speak to the crowd like it ain't nothing. But when I'm by myself, it's a different type of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because like, oh man, like I don't got my boy's energy with me. And if that makes sense, I think that can be some of the struggles with him. Because I even look back when he was in the bloodline. I'm like, yo, this dude was cooking, like, you know, saying stuff. He was hard. And then when I think, I'm like, he got Jimmy, he got Roman. You know, he got those individuals that made him comfortable to bring that out of him. But when you're on your own sometimes it goes good, but sometimes it stumbles. So I think, to your point, yeah, I noticed a stumble as well, too. And I think a lot of it is nerves, excitement, TV time, you know, and pressure. Even when I did that promo with Kathy Kelly, you know what I'm saying? I honestly, I'm just going to keep it real. Deep down, I felt that kind of pressure as well, too, in saying, I hope I don't say the wrong thing. I hope I don't say that. But I just kept myself out of control. Like, okay, just be cool. Just be calm. Wherever it comes out, let's do it. Just stay on the same page. You're good. But I felt that same kind of thing, too. And I think that's what they're pretty much dealing with when they're on their own and get used to doing it on their own versus when they're around someone they're comfortable with, then it comes and flows out.
Can I ask, like, was it?
Yeah.
Was it a bad setup for the promo? You know what I mean? Like, did he need to do it from the crowd?
I didn't understand doing it from the crowd. I don't think the promo was bad at all. The crowd kind of threw me as well too, because in that moment you cutting that promo. Because I seen like I think somebody tried to take a picture or touch him sometime. I think he threw their hand back. That's what kind of throws me when they do that stuff in the crowd versus the ring. You know what I mean?
But that's my point. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what you're gonna get when you do it out there.
Yeah. If you're saying he's struggling to get out his promos as a singles competitor, like, all right, I'll give you that. All right, fine. Why put him in the crowd where it's now a whole different environment where you know they're gonna feed off your energy? And if you were coming out and he seemed like he was gassed. One, like he seemed tired while he was trying to cut the promo. I'm like, all right,
you didn't even wrestle.
This shit.
Like how many steps he had to take to get up.
You know what I'm saying? Like what happened? So it just seemed like he was. It just seemed like it was a bad setup for that promo, and it came off bad because of so many different circumstances. Sorry, Coach, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. No, I was just saying to your point, you're gonna have some good nights and your bad nights. But guys, we talk about all the time. The comfort zone. Griff, you just made a great point. When he was in the bloodline, he was hard. He was excited. He wasn't stumbling. It was the energy was there. But guys, he's cutting a face promo. That's a challenge in itself. And that's to Jackie's point. What we've been talking the last couple of weeks. Difference between a hit on the face, man. Two different worlds.
For real.
It's more than this. It's more than this now. Like you have to get me to like you. You have to get me to want to root for you. And that's all I've been saying. And we've been doing this and we've been losing. And I say we because again, I want to root for you. It's just it's hard to when it seems like we're not all on the same page as a team. It's tough. I don't know.
His cadence with the yeet also throws him off too.
Yep.
And I said, bro, like, okay, now I understand that's your trademark. I understand that's where you're making your money right now. Good, great. But you have to be able to cut something Don't wait for them to give you the cadence. Don't wait for them to say yeet. Like, do something different one time. Like, come at somebody. Like, you just come at somebody different. But once again, mic skills. It takes work, man. But I think that's always been the Usos' cadence, right? To where they talk hard, super hard. They hold the mic like rappers, and so
that's
that's
why I
always
didn't understand why it didn't work. Go ahead, Griff. I'm sorry. That's why I didn't understand.
And to that point, even when Jimmy was around, when they used to do the rap, you know how one said this and the other one said that, and the other one said, it's like with, you know, here's my recommendation. I think it would have been better. Who was that last? I think it was Kaiser. I think the promo would have been better if they did a video vignette to promote that he's going to be in the Money in the Bank like Kaiser did. But if I were to recommend and give Jay any advice, I would say, bro, find a way to spend some time with Cena. And here's the reason when I say that. To your point, Cena was always the face, but he knew how to be a face when cutting a promo. And although I'm a face, if you get to me, I'm going to cut a heel promo with you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I think Jay needs, you know, for this character. And I get that. Yep, I'm ready to. I get it. But I recommend him to get with Cena if I could share that recommendation, all because Cena is so underrated when it comes to the promo, where I can be a good guy and I can give you a good guy promo and I can give you a bad guy promo while I'm still the good guy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. And he definitely needs that. But also, we're not talking about face versus heel in this situation. This is just him trying to get over at this point. And I understand that this is doing numbers. I'm not hating on this. All I'm saying is, when that ends, what do we have? What are we producing from Jey Uso that makes him main event? That's all I'm saying. Because this is only going to get you so far. Like, he hasn't had a substantial feud since leaving the bloodline. Whatever, it's been however many months. I'm not saying that he should have, but I'm saying like a substantial feud would help him in this situation. So to your point, Griff, he can talk his shit. He can get comfortable saying something to someone, because right now it's only crowd interaction at this point. And so if the crowd's not in on the cadence and you're not saying the things that you need to say on time, then it's not gonna work. And right now it's not working. Yeah, and right now it's not working. So, but I agree. Not trying to be negative again with Jay. Again, trying to be a fan with you, want to be on board. I just need to see the man win. That's all. If he wins Money in the Bank, Griff, you got me. I'm on.
It's gonna be a tough task.
He's the favorite. Him and Kaiser the favorites.
Main event in the bank. I'm in. Come on. I'm down for it. Yeah. Let's go.
It needs to happen.
But if he doesn't, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, and not to put like so much pressure on him, like where he has to win, but it's like, can we get something going with Jay that makes sense, pushing him forward? That's all I'm asking for. Give him a title, please. Let's do that. Yep. Give him a title.
No doubt about it.
All right, we've rambled, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna press on. We're gonna keep going. Let's get going with the women's tag team division. It looks like it's getting some fresh contenders for the titles. The Jet Beauties look to defend their titles against Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, Shayna, and Zoe in a triple threat tag team match and Clash of the Castle. What do we think of the storyline here? First of all, gents. What, Jet Beauties?
every time I hear Shayna Baszler's name, I just went back to Battleground. I had.
Hey, brother.
You know what? I told Brian.
I was happy about Battleground.
I told Brian. I said, the minute I get rid of Lola Vice, now she want to start winning matches.
Bro. Hold on, we'll get back in.
So I missed all of that. Y'all said a lot.
You there?
But it looks like I got throttled at the same time.
We can start back over.
Okay. So yes, please go back to your Lola Vice comments, because I know that's where we were.
Yeah. Go ahead, Griff.
No, I was just saying. I told Brian when we was texting during Battleground. I said Lola Vice will start winning more matches once I finally get rid of her from my season 1 fantasy.
Of course, as soon as you got rid of her, she wants to start going, and she's definitely moving forward. My goodness.
She knocked
Yeah,
Shayna.
she is.
You got knocked out.
Yeah.
Shayna, like she got Shayna, bro.
Hey,
But
that's a fine
I'm
woman.
looking forward.
Yeah.
Lola Vice?
Yeah, that's a fine woman.
Yeah. Well, it's about time that they got some credible, I want to say, contenders for the Jet Beauties.
Sure.
To where now this is the first match to where I don't know if they could come out on top, and that's good. I should feel that way. You know, now you're getting threats on both sides. You're gonna get some 6 solid workers. Well, 5.5. You know, Jade is still coming. Working the match. But yeah, you know, hey, Zoe and Shayna, if they don't get them this time, once they hook up with Sonya, lights out. So that's I like where it's going. This could be, maybe we can get more than one match out of this after this weekend, but no, I'm down for and then you bring in the young crop of talent. These women, like I said, they were on my fantasy team, but I still was researching, didn't know much about them, but they young up and comers too. That can possibly steal the show. So I look forward to the match, but they finally a credible feud to where they actually have some threats, and I'm happy about it. I'm curious to see the outcome for this weekend. Yeah. What you think, Griff?
First and foremost, I don't know if you guys knew, but I learned this today. Prayers for Elba Fire. Her mother got killed in a car accident last week, Friday. No. I read today. And I was kind of surprised after reading that to see her on Raw last night. So I would have never known that if I would have read that today. So prayers for her on that.
Prayers up.
No, for sure.
Most definitely. But I'm very happy for these two. Here's the reason why. I had the opportunity to meet both of them, of course, at WrestleMania this year. And if we go back a year ago this time, Ronda and Shayna took those belts from them and unified them last year. And ever since that happened, they just kind of been pushed back, buried back, pop-up appearance here and there. I think one time they made an appearance and did some of the Kabuki Wars and Damage Control one time and went away. So they kept on coming and going and been buried. But now, with this move and them coming up, I'm very excited to see them in this light, which is well deserving. And the more repetition they get, the more that we get to see as fans, see what they're really about. I just think it was unfair that we never got a chance to see how they could really be on the main roster just because how those titles were taken away from them and unified. And then, of course, one person a month later ends up leaving for good. So, but them going to their home territory, I think it's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of excitement for that. And believe it or not, man, I got the Jet Beauties coming out on top, but on the other side, I won't be surprised if they lose the belts to them, but it won't be one of them get pinned. It'll probably be Zoe Shayna get pinned in this situation.
Poor Shayna, Zoe.
I love the match, and if it pans out the way I think it's going to, based on Friday, it could turn into a fatal 4-way. If you add Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae.
Oh,
so,
yes.
Candice LeRae, they'll be in
I'm
there.
here for the whole match.
Me too.
But I'm with you, Griff. I think the Jet Beauties pull it out, but it's definitely one to watch because you're adding in some folks that haven't been around for some time. And it's nice to see them finally on the card, even if it is because they're headed over into their home territories or whatever. Who cares? I'm just glad that they're actually on the show, because before Vince would have pulled up into their home spots and still wouldn't have put them on a card. So it's nice to add them in. I hope at some point we got to pay off Shayna Baszler, man, with something other than a tag team. Because she's putting in a lot of work, man. She's down on NXT. She's on Raw. She's getting ready to go into the tag team title division. Like, we got to give her something else, man, because she's done a lot. So I'm excited to see what she does, man.
Agreed.
Let's stay with the women real quick. Just speak on Piper and Bailey and Chelsea Green. Any thoughts here?
Okay.
Yep. That was a bad outfit Chelsea had on this past Friday. I want to let that out there first.
Bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to my girl Chelsea.
Damn Zack Ryder, bro. Unbelievable.
Shout out to Chelsea. That was a bad dress she had on, mama. Woo. But back to the program, back to the question. Nothing doesn't change, Jackie. I said it before a couple of weeks when this rival was feuding, man. I'm excited for Bailey and Piper. Piper is very underrated. I don't think a lot of people really know how great she really is and probably follow her. But I think this is more of a Piper going to make Bailey look good and a Bailey make Piper look good in this scenario. Plus, it's a good competition and a different type of match style that Bailey haven't even faced like this, man. And then you going in her backyard. So this definitely going to be very interesting to see this match. And I don't see this being like a 5-10 minute squash. I see this being a long, drag-out match that's going to have a great finish to it.
Yeah, we had a chance to see Piper come out of her shell a little bit more once again on the mic. Hey,
yep,
yes.
Bailey, you don't know much about me. So let me tell you my story. I was like, great money. Yes, this is it. Tell us about yourself. We need to know more about. We've seen Piper. You came a long way from Dewdrop, and then when we're appreciative of the new of Piper Niven, and then this feud is exactly what she needed. They both need this, but Piper needs it more. And this is, I think, really coming out of this, win or lose, this Piper's going to become bigger. I don't know when she's going to ever detach from Chelsea. Chelsea's keeping her hot, obviously, but she at least I'm seeing potential in her to do good stuff. Well, solo, and so, and she will eventually this could probably catapult her to have a future title down the road. You know what I'm saying? So I think to your point, Griff, they will have a great match. It will be solid, and Piper's gonna come. The crowd's gonna be behind her. It's gonna be a great match. They're gonna be into it. But yeah, Bailey needs this feud obviously to look strong against a bigger force to set her up for obviously Nia Jax at SummerSlam. So yeah, I'm looking for all of that on both sides, man. And the safest worker in the business, Piper. Going with Bailey. So, it's going to be good stuff. Good stuff.
We're going to start, in my opinion, I think we're going to start seeing what the NXT women are thriving in. They're claiming to be the best women's roster in all of sport and all of wrestling. And they might be real. But the athletes that are up on the main roster on the women's side are just as good, if not better, right? And so if they're used the right way, then we'll see them prosper, right? And so to your point, using Piper in this situation where A, she's the safest, and then B, we're starting to learn more about her character. We're going to start to see these women thrive a little bit differently, hopefully under Triple H, just like the NXT women are thriving under Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah,
Sexy Red was down there at one point. But that's neither here nor there.
We got any sound effects like bruh.
I'll add some booze right here. Don't worry.
Yeah, there we go.
Bruh, listen, the women was in my DM so hardcore.
We don't need to go.
I was like, that's why society's messed up where it is, and I'm not going to respond. I'm not.
We don't need to go there.
No.
Let's go back over to SmackDown and let's talk about the right-hand man and the now official Bloodline member Tungaloa. And Paul Heyman is still screaming inside for help. The Bloodline
Ninja.
The Bloodline is taking a different turn, solidifying some members. What do we think here? Griff, go ahead.
Oh man, outside the suits and the tailoring solo, I'm very, very optimistic and grateful to see what I'm seeing because we're seeing this other side of Solo. We're seeing more Solo on the microphone. We're seeing more Solo taking charge and being, more himself than just the guy that's standing there with his arms folded and only speaking when he's asked to speak, right? As far as the other two, coming along with this, man, they're coming with a lot of intensity. They're showing this is our game. Although I don't know what to say, the current tribal chief or the past tribal chief, how they're looking at it. Roman is not here, so we're going to take this thing up a notch. We're going to show y'all we're way beyond Roman. We're way beyond the Usos. We're like that. We're like that dark angel, that dark devil bloodline that y'all don't want to mess with here. So forget the microphone, forget this. We finna start putting y'all through tables and doing this. But poor Heyman, Heyman is selling this thing so hardcore. It's to the point where I don't know if Heyman is really scared. I don't know if Heyman is really playing this off for real. I don't know if Heyman is really can't wait till Roman come back. I don't know if Heyman is going to turn on Roman. Wherever is up Heyman's sleeve from his history of backstabbing people on the side, these are aspects that I really can't really tell what Heyman is really feeling right now. But I'm really enjoying the entertainment, the selling, the facial expressions. He's looking scared. He don't know what to do. And then, as much as he Kayla Braxton, even he's going to Kayla Braxton for help, and she just remember what you used to do to me? I got nothing for you, Paul.
It's interesting that you say that, Griff, that Paul could possibly turn on Roman. I immediately thought about that's the equivalent of the first time Paul Bearer turned on The Undertaker. That's more weight because when he turned on Brock, that was obviously for the money. He needed to be with the moneymaker. So him turning on Brock was easy. But Paul has genuine love for Roman. The equivalent of Paul Bearer and Undertaker. That's genuine love. To where I think that is a cry for Roman, come save me now, and I'm probably not gonna turn. But if that does happen, Triple H is definitely all in this bag. If that was the twist. These guys, what's funny now is that they're deadly. They are a threat. It's legit, but they're the more rogue version and dirty version. But right now they're playing with the old. If y'all hear it, they're playing with the old bloodline. They're playing with the original game. The right hand man, oh my God, that's beautiful. They know what they're doing. That's a shot at Jay. That's a shot at the Usos.
Yeah.
Solo is basically manipulating Paul hey, how the way Roman used to talk to Paul and get stuff done, but he never threatened his life.
Yeah.
He said it's gonna be me and you in a dark match.
I love it.
So this is something totally different. But this is a big troll, and what I love that Solo, if y'all caught the little things, Solo had a chance instead of doing the Solo spike at the end, he went and did Roman's spear.
Oh yeah.
Loved it. So all of this. So right now they're having the time of their lives trolling Paul. They're trolling Roman and the original guys. This is great. Once again, hey y'all, but Jackie, to your point, at least Triple H is still in the cinematic bag with these guys. So one thing you're gonna get is a definitive storyline, bloodline, Friday night cinema storyline. Well, even long after Roman's gone. So that's really the reason why you should keep tuning into Fox in my book. So keep coming with it. But I love this new bloodline.
There's no way to turn it off now. You know what I mean? We've done so much with the bloodline. Right. It just, anything we do connects to something from the past or connects to the next thing.
Yep.
And so
next thing,
there's no way to turn that off. And here we go.
Man.
I'm absolutely here for it. I'm ready for the bloodline civil war or the expansion of the bloodline. I really want that one, if I'm being honest. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's fight it out. Let's civil war it if we need to, but also let's put everybody together and let's get everybody back in here and let's take over WWE. You know what I'm saying? Now you have the NWO versus versus WCW storyline. And now you've learned from the past, and now you've learned what you can do. So now you have the Bloodline versus WWE.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
No,
but I think we can go that route. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for whatever comes from that, because you can't turn it off at this point. So, but you're right. They're sending some shots out, and eventually somebody's got to come respond and say, we see what's happening. So,
Jensen, quick question, real quick before we move. Let's just say if the Bloodline were to add a woman to this faction, if they need to add a woman to this faction, they don't have to. But in this case, my question is, if they were, or you feel they could, who will that one woman be that will fit in this faction? Bloodline general.
Go ahead, Coach.
Coach?
I'm praying for the wrestling gods to answer my prayer and to pull her from obscurity of the glow. Naomi got a dark side, y'all. It's there. It's there. I know it is. I know she got some BI in her. You know what I'm saying? My vote. Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? Because I'm laughing. Do y'all remember the episode of Total Divas when her and Cameron was getting to that fight? The whole episode. And Stephanie Mann had to step in and tell them and check them like she was a teacher.
Yeah.
I know it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
it's coming, bro. I'll be honest with you.
You want to know my second choice?
Go ahead.
Nia.
I don't think that's gonna happen either, bro.
But I'm thinking about credible women like this had the experience that can actually be legit threats.
I get that. It totally makes sense makes sense for both of them to go in. But I think if you're pulling anybody out of obscurity, and I know she just retired, quote unquote, but like the only person that makes sense that falls in line with the bloodline is Tamina. Because
I was waiting for it.
Nia Jax
there it is.
Nia Jax already talks, and I don't know that she would be fit to kind of like stand in the bloodline. You know what I mean? Like it has to I hate saying it this way, but it has to be a woman that's not gonna say as much, right? Like Naomi can talk, Nia can talk. But Tamina's not gonna come in. She can be an enforcer without saying a word. So you can take over the women's division without saying anything with her. With Nia and with Naomi, they have to kind of say something. You know what I'm saying? So like that would be my thought. But if she's retired, I get it. So on, you know.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But that's my answer, Griff.
Yeah, and quickly, Tamina was my guess, and Tamina don't even have to wrestle because she's retired. The whole enforcer, her not saying nothing, her being the original first time we saw China when she was with Triple H, when China really didn't say much, she was just like, her presence was there, and when your back was turned, okay, she's going to do something. But another thing I was thinking how she came in with the Usos, and I remember I sent this out to you guys a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, about the Tonga twins, the sisters of the Tongas.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was thinking if they were to come and debut, that would be a great addition, as Tamina did with the Usos debut, to also come in and debut with the girls.
That's true.
It helped them as well. So to answer that question too, for me, I know what you're saying, Coach, with Nia with the finger up, and I know Naomi with Jimmy, but I say if there were to be a woman to fit perfectly right now with this faction, Tamina had to be my guess too.
I see that.
Are the Tonga twins, are they rumored to make their way over?
I haven't followed up lately. I have to look more into it, but I know their contract with that promotion they were in, they were done, and they made an announcement that they were free agents and they were looking to coming in, but they didn't say much about it. So that kind of like raised the flag, like could be WWE, especially with the brother Tongas coming in as well. So I have to follow up and see where they're at. If they sign back or did they go elsewhere? They still just being free agents, waiting their time.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, boys. Let's jump over to the lightning round. As
Yeesh.
we've talked a lot tonight, but whatever. It's our
man.
show. To hell with it.
Hey,
All good.
you making up for last week.
Right. We had a lot to say
Yes.
this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and go through a few of the storylines that we haven't spoken about just yet, and give some quick thoughts towards them. Let's start down in NXT as Kalani becomes the first women's NXT North American champion. Griff, any thoughts here?
Yeah, congratulations to Kalani. I'm not gonna lie, I was totally not expecting Kalani to do it, but at the same time, I'm still happy. I'm excited. I think she's well deserving. She's put in the work, and more importantly, man, I'm looking forward to this run, being the first ever inaugural Black women's inaugural North American champion in NXT. So shout out to her, and also shout out to Shawn Michaels and the team for trusting someone like Kalani to be the first Black woman to, not just first woman, but first Black woman to have that as well.
Coach, any thoughts there? I don't want to skip over you there.
Oh man, that's a beautiful thing, man. The only thing I know is she was a hell of athlete from Michigan State, and she's put in her time. It seems like she picked it up well. Like I said, one of the many athletes that come through there. But to see, obviously, to see the Black woman do it, and that to be the first to hold that title, nothing short of amazing. So, yep, proud of Kalani. And I'm gonna check in and see her run.
We've been a fan since her debut, and we're definitely proud to say that to see her win this title. So, definitely excited for her. Ricochet looks like he's headed back to the indie circuit. Is that what's happening here, Griff?
It's a wait and see. That's what it looks like. I know the rumors are flying high. I know anything can happen in the 11th hour where a big, massive agreement could be made and another contract could have been signed. It's a wait and see. It's very interesting because now with Samantha inserted in this situation and going in the ambulance, we don't know what the next page, the next story is going to be with this. So looking forward to that.
Braun Breaker put that man through a windshield, Coach. What are your thoughts there?
I knew immediately I was there, and there goes AEW. So I'm honestly, that was my first thought. Like, and as the windshield broke, I was like, oh, he signed the AEW contract next week. So
they wrote that man out quick.
But then here's the deal, though. Like you said, it's Samantha. I don't know. It's wait and see for her too. That was the first time we actually saw her. Was that really the first legit time we see her get thrown into a storyline with the emotion? So yeah, it's something there. So was that? I know that's right. Logan Paul was talking cash right to her, right? But this is like the first time where she was actually
she's part
of a story. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am like, I hope he doesn't leave, but no, the man has to do what he has to do. But hey, I really do hope Samantha stays.
Brothers out. Triple H looks like he's breaking up A-Town Down Under already, and I am not okay with it. Austin Theory is confused as to whether or not Grayson Waller has been talking trash about him behind his back. So, I kind of wanted them to stay together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just got the titles. Let's stick with it a little bit longer. But it is what it is. But, come on, Triple H. Stay with it. Xavier Woods and Final Testament. Coach, thoughts here?
I love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. When you get Scarlett talking mess to you too, like when you like, hey, Xavier, why are you listening? Don't follow Kofi. I knew when they got Scarlett involved talking cash, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. I love where this is going. But hey, I'm soaking it up. It's time for these, like I said a couple weeks ago, these new dudes, they got to find their way. Big E's not coming back anytime soon. He's been doing his own thing off WWE TV, and I think he's doing a show or something like that. I think Griff, I'm sure you probably saw that he's going to do some show, Big E. So yeah, let these dudes fly dolo for a while and turn themselves into single stars. Let's get it.
All right, we'll figure it out, New Day, or maybe we won't.
Yeah. Well,
is the Chad Gable storyline getting better or worse, Griff?
Man, y'all know I don't like bullies, man. And Chad been bullying my people, man. But I believe with the Chad Gable, there's a game plan behind this, and I believe that the new Alpha Academy is going to help him win and become the new Intercontinental Champion this weekend. Otis, it's not time for him to turn on Chad just yet. And Chad is just playing his big mind game on Sammy. So, Sammy, the days IC champion is about to come to an end quickly.
It looks like Damage Control had a Lion King moment, and they're starting to remember who they are. And I'm ready for Io Sky to turn this around because I've called for a more vicious Damage Control for a long time now. So hopefully that's what we get. And all three members decide to turn it up the heat a little bit and remember. And when Asuka comes back, maybe we get the full Asuka from her. So we'll see, though. We'll see. Thoughts, great. You know. We do a lot of fantasy booking on this show, and I like that about us. But you know, every now and then some things come true. Every now and then.
Io scared me last night, and it takes a lot to scare me. Io scared me when she screamed out and she said, "New Damage Control."
Come on, give me what I want.
New Damage Control.
Oh, that's what she said. Right. I'm totally.
Give me what I want.
Okay, is that?
Yeah, when she got done screaming,
I didn't hear her. Okay.
Yeah, when she walked away, she said, "New Damage Control," and walked away.
I need it. I need it.
Yes.
You're damn right. We need a new Damage Control. Come back with some viciousness. Let's go. All right, coming up this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, is Clash at the Castle, and we want to give our predictions, and this will definitely have some fantasy implications. We'll go to our fantasy recap on next week as we want to keep this to a minimum here tonight. So we'll go to our Clash at the Castle predictions, and we'll start things off with Piper, Niven, and Bayley. Go ahead and give your picks and a quick thought if you have one.
I got Bayley.
Anything? I'm rolling with Bayley on this as well. She retains. It's gonna be a hell of a match, but Bayley comes out on top.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go against Bayley on this one, as we know they're trying to lead up to up to Bayley and Nia later on. But I hope Piper actually does get a title at some point. So we'll see. Let's move on to Chad Gable and Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title. What are our thoughts here?
Ooh.
I just said it, man. Now we on that pressure stage. It's like
this is tough.
I got that feeling, but Griff got to stand on what he said and don't back down. So I'm gonna stick with Gable on this one.
Ooh.
Coach,
I gotta roll with where the story is going. Otis is gonna cost Gable. I got Sammy coming out.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn on this one too. This one's a little tough. If it wasn't such a ill pay-per-view, I would be on board with Gable, but this just doesn't seem like a pay-per-view for Gable to win that title at. Let's move on to the Jet Beauties versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in a triple threat women's tag team championship. Coach, what are your thoughts?
I got the Jet Beauties coming out on their first legit threat to lose the title. I still got them. You're gonna see some adverse moments with Jade. How's she gonna overcome it? With now she's got to work with four other people now. So yeah, it gets interesting. So I got the Jet Beauties coming out by the skin of the teeth.
Griff?
Jet Beauties.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jet Beauties too. It's kind of tough here. I'm with you guys. They definitely have had some better matches in the last couple of weeks, so it's nice for them to actually get a few going here with all of these women. So we'll see what happens there. I think we might be split here on this one, the World Heavyweight Championship match, right? Damian Priest.
This is tough.
Versus Drew McIntyre.
It's the toughest one.
Does Damian Priest win out, or does Drew McIntyre take this into SummerSlam? Griff, let's go to you.
Yeah.
What up, B?
Wow, this is tough, bro. Jesus. This is the toughest one ever. Fuck.
We usually fly through these. So this is the one. This is the one.
Cause this is one of the ones that can go either way.
Yep.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Priest retains. That's hard, but yeah.
Coach?
I'm gonna stick with it.
Jackie, you and I had this conversation when you were down here. I got to stick to my gut on the scenario against yours, Jackie, against your perspective. Okay. I just don't see them flying my boy out to his hometown, where his home country, 2 years in a row. Because they didn't have it last year, so back in 2022 when he lost to Roman. So now we fast forward 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
He re-signed a lucrative deal with this company to eventually hold the title and have a moment.
And he did.
I just don't think it's in the cards for CM Punk to come over there. If it does, now I'm just going off my gut. My gut is saying that Drew is going to win purely based off of all the stuff that we've talked about earlier in this episode, in this show tonight, about Damian Priest and why he needs to release the belt. Get it to somebody that's hotter. And then CM Punk has something to chase going into SummerSlam.
Okay.
To make this feud even better. So I got Drew going over and getting his belt in his home country.
I got Damian Priest winning for all the opposite things the coach just said. Simply because they flew.
It can go either way.
Simply because they flew Kevin Owens out to wherever they just were, out to France.
Yeah.
Not to France. Saudi Arabia, wherever they were just were.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Saudi Arabia.
They just flew Kevin Owens out there just to do a run-in. So for Randy Orton of all people. So hey brother, they gonna spend that money, and CM Punk is showing up.
Everybody get flights.
Exactly. CM Punk is showing up, and he is going to interrupt this match. Damian Priest retains, and Drew McIntyre is even more upset coming out of this.
I am okay with taking an L on this because I've been so perfect in my predictions last 2 PLEs. I'm good with losing on this one.
I get it. I understand. And then let's go to the I Quit match. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Who says I quit?
You know what? Let me say this. Cody's going to win. But I don't think AJ Styles is going to quit. I think it's going to be a Stone Cold Bret Hart situation where he's going to be unconscious and the match is going to stop.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go with Cody to win this one.
I thought about that same exact scenario, Griff, when they booked this match. I don't think, AJ, you got to still protect AJ somewhat. And so, hey, Cody wins, but it's something screwy. Something else is going to go down to stop the match. Nobody says physically, I quit.
It can't be straight. It just doesn't make sense to be straight, but
yeah, nobody says I quit. So Cody still wins for something. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jack.
Especially with AJ doing the thing that he just did with the whole retirement, whatever. For him to go on like a long road here, a long feud here, it just makes sense. So, I don't see it happening straight up, but we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see what comes of it. We got a few different picks in there, right? Normally we all pick the same, but we got a few different ones in there.
We
so
different. Yeah, we different tonight.
We'll see some. We might see a little change on the BDixx calls for no change, but we'll see a little bit of change. All right, man, Coach, I'm gonna throw it over to you, brother, as we take it to a new segment, and we'll call this one "Book It or Bury It." Coach, over to you.
All right,
so Coach,
book it or bury it. I'm good to. I thank y'all for finally let me flesh out my moment in the episode to have my own spotlight and segment. But yeah, for our viewers out there, I have I'm the man of 50 holds and also known as Mr. Dirt Sheets. I love to watch wrestling, but I love to kind of lean in on Bleacher Reports, all the silly websites and stuff outside of wrestling that makes zero sense for you to really read into. But I've always been captivated by that world, really to see the trolls and really to see what they're really talking. I kind of, got in the community with some people just talking mess just because I think it's fun. Like, I'm not on X or Instagram or anything of that nature, but I love to see what other people really truly saying in the dirt sheets about what's going on around the wrestling universe. So we'll keep it real simple tonight, gentlemen. We book it or bury it. I'm gonna throw out four subjects tonight that we're going to discuss. Give us perspectives on it. I'm going to obviously let you know, hey, this is a rumor that is out here tonight. This is what's out there in the dirt sheets. This is what we talking about. So either we're going to agree with them saying let's book it, or we're going to go ahead and bury it, kill that noise, and then we're going to obviously give you a reason why. All right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
First subject: book it or bury it. I love this. So I'd love to hear your perspectives on it. WWE is doing a poor job of handling their talent contract situations, which could lead to a mass exodus. Are we booking it or are we burying this, gentlemen? Whoever wants to go first.
Griff?
I'm going to bury this one. And the reason I'm going to bury this one, in a sense of, I think the roster and talent is very overloaded. And when you have 3 different shows and programmings, it's kind of difficult, especially when you have hired superstars that are taking the TV time, that are the marquees, that are the market, the advertise, and all that stuff. I don't think they're doing a poor job of doing that. I just think there are a lot of different talents that probably realizing that, that might not fit, and that's not a bad thing. Going down to another company to get shine, and then we've seen it before come back. So I don't think it's more of a poor job that they're doing. I think it's just more with the overload of the roster and the other talents that are there is finding the time that's doing it, and also too the writers and the bookers of how we're going to book something long term with those as well too. So for me, I'll bury this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna bury it too. The product's too hot right now for people to really make the choice not to stick with WWE, and I get that. It's been a long road of Vince McMahon contracts, and so I think with this new era and with the way that the things are set up now, they'll figure out the contract situations. They just have to come upon some very bad situations in order to fix them and move forward. So I'm burying it too.
Okay. All right. I'm also going to bury this because, the product is where it is. It's the hottest it's ever been. With the new acquisitions, obviously, it's trending in the right direction. And we got the Vince. Like I said, we got the Vince dark cloud that's cleared out, not over their head, and it's opportunity. You have to be Now, granted, there's some talent that may not get their shine, but as far as the contracts, I believe that it's a different new way they're handling business, how the way TKO wants them to handle business as far as handling the contracts themselves. But no, there's nobody everybody that needs to be taken care of has gotten taken care of. So, but yeah, and obviously, let's say the elephant in the room, guys, before we go to the next one, is Becky Lynch. So we know without a shadow of a doubt she needs time off rather than her going to AEW. So, before I spin to the next one, is she coming back or real quick? Is she coming back or no?
Definitely coming back.
Jackie,
I think she's coming back. It doesn't make sense for her to go over to AEW. That's not her crowd. That's not her wrestling family.
That's not her thing. Gotcha. All right. Rumor number 2. And y'all, I think we touched a little bit about this offline, but I want to hear what y'all think about this rumor here. So our boy, the final boss, The Rock, right now is currently seen as the world's fakest celebrity, which has led him to losing thousands of followers every month. Are we booking this as being true, or are we burying this, gentlemen?
Burying. One is petty as hell. Burying it. Secondly, too, everybody didn't follow Jesus, so The Rock gonna be okay for losing followers. Like, he's still gonna make his millions. He's still the final boss. He's still gonna be considered the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment because he didn't get a right accurate number of cheeseburgers and French fries and nachos he eat for his diet. Man, that's petty. Waste of time. Bury it. Go ahead, Jackie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say bury it too. It's no different than any of these other social media people out here creating their brands, creating their worlds. So why not DJ? Like he was already a big thing before this whole eating and all of that crap started happening. So
exactly,
I'm burying it too. Like, it is what it is. It's the world we live in today.
Right.
I'm burying it. I think right now that the world is they've been jealous of this man from day one. To see him shine in 2 elements, to shine in WWE and go out there to Hollywood to do his thing. So naturally, as he gets older, they're gonna find stuff. So yeah, I'm with you, Griff. It is petty. Leave him alone. He's not the only celebrity that's done this. I just think that just because he's not relatable to certain people doesn't make him, doesn't mean that he's not relatable. So that's, man, I don't know if the people that are leaving that are stop following. I don't know, but no, he's a brand. He is a brand. He is Dwayne The Rock Johnson for a reason. But let him be. So I'm burying it as well.
I'm still buying his merch. I'm still going to Under Armour. I'm still going to WWE shop. It don't change nothing over here.
All right.
Okay, I thought I had something to rock around here. Never mind, I don't. I ain't finna get up. We good.
That's our wore shirt tonight again. I got a shirt on again.
So. At one point,
there it is.
Show.
Yeah,
I keep it moving.
I'm representing. Y'all gonna love this one. Came across this one today. I loved it. This is funny. Rumor: Finn Balor will betray Judgment Day and smash Liv Morgan to ultimately break up the faction. Are we booking this or are we burying this?
I will go with book.
Oh,
this is gonna be interesting. This is a possible that this could possibly happen. I'm gonna go with a book because the look on Finn's eyes when that hotel key jumped on that table. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm with him on that. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, ain't nobody on top. Ain't nobody on top of Liv. And at the end of the day, Dom is dealing with mommy in that situation. So they all had that look like, yo, I want that car key too. But Finn is like, no, bro, I'll take that key. So I'm gonna book this one because he'll be a fool not to take that key and do it. So if it means risking Judgment Day to get that key, do what you gotta do, Finn. Because you're gonna do it anyway. I can see it in your eyes. Go ahead and do it.
I'm booking it, but with a positive spin. I don't think that it breaks up the Judgment Day. I think it empowers the Judgment Day. Finn is like, I'm gonna take that bullet for you, Dom. I'm gonna smash Liv. I'm gonna bring her in, and now we all one happy family. I know Rhea's gonna tear it apart when she comes back, but at least we got, hey, at least we knocked this one down. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna book it with a positive spin. Go ahead, Coach.
Book it with a positive spin.
That's a good one.
I'm booking this to ultimately be the demise of parts of the Judgment Day, to where yes, we're going to see a transition, a shift. Obviously, when Mommy gets back, Priest may be gone, but I see that this ends up being the splinter, the kind of, break their bond, between at least, the bond they forge. So this, you guys know in years past in all WWE factions, you guys know it's a big storyline. Something happens to finally split it, bring a wedge between what they, who they are. And I think this was like I said, this would be interesting for them to do this. So in my case, yeah, I'm definitely booking it, but more so on the opposite, the negative light, opposite of you, Jackie. It could damage them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, last one. This is good. I want to hear y'all perspective on this for sure. It's out there. So rumored with the success of obviously Jordan Grace having a great match with Roxanne at Battleground, and coming over and doing a couple matches, I should say, from TNA. Triple H and WWE is primed. Here's a rumor: Triple H and WWE is primed to buy TNA in the near future. Are we booking this or are we burying it?
I almost want to book it all because it does sound good and that sounds like it's a possibility that could happen. But I'm going to bury this one all because TNA just rejuvenated and rebranded themselves back to TNA from Impact. And also, I think with the success of Jordan Grace, this is going to open up an opportunity for TNA wrestlers to make appearances on the WWE brand show at NXT, as we saw at the Rumble and Battleground this week. And also, this could be a crossover surprise. We might see some of the WWE superstars and NXT superstars be featured on TNA, especially now with Dolph Ziggler, who was released and now it's over there, and also Trinity, who left and also came over here too. So it looked like there's been some underground work with both of those companies, but I do see like crossover athletes from each brand crossing over and just making an appearance on their shows to help out.
I'm booking it because I think at one point WWE was trying to buy TNA not too long ago, right before the rebrand. And when AEW was buying up all the brands, I said at that time that WWE should have done that because it would have given NXT and some of those superstars some more places to go. And some more different, and some more interactions to happen, more TV time and things like that. But if it does happen, if they do end up buying TNA, I think they'll do it the right way in the sense that they'll let it be its own brand. And to your point, Griff, continue the crossovers, right? Like go ahead and continue to doing what you're doing. Profit for us. We'll have a little bit of hand in what your in what your production may look like. But at the same time, like go ahead and do your thing, and then let's do the crossover thing from here. But if they don't buy it, like it's great that the door is finally open. I guess you can say.
Open.
Right. Who knows if we'll ever get to the point where AEW is involved with the WWE situation? I don't think that'll ever happen. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm booking this because they need to, as you said, Jackie, getting back to the table, finding a deal that works, that makes sense for both parties, and then yes, the crossover appeal, bringing more. Obviously, NXT Tuesday nights is already hot, but imagine, hey, we can have crossover shows. That's more bread there. Like I said, the talent that's not getting seen on TNA, they need that. They should want this acquisition. I'm definitely booking that. So I would love to see it. Yes, we got the money to do it. Especially TKO. Let's figure it out. That's more crossover appeal, and I'm excited. With UFC and WWE events that are merging now, and I'm excited to see what that's going to look like.
It's seamlessly happening, right? It's seamlessly happening as we're watching. We don't even notice that it is happening. Battleground was a success in my eyes. Like it was a good pay-per-view. I fell asleep through half of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. But I'll catch up eventually. But the integration is what I'm really speaking on is and integrating UFC into WWE to hear some of them, some of their athletes pick the Shayna Baszler and Lola fight. You know what I mean? Like to hear that, like that's a great integration. I'm intrigued to see how UFC gives back to WWE at some point. You know, any thoughts there, Griff?
That's good.
No, yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, with the because they already merged with UFC, but man, we already saw what the give back was when they opened up the doors and allowed Battleground to be in their Apex facility right there. Then I think Friday night, I think they had a show in Louisville for Saturday, where SmackDown was there Friday. So they did a thing where they had like the fighters like come to the shows, man, and also mingle and connect with WWE, man. So it's kind of like the WWE giving them their world and UFC giving them their world. So, man, this is what the vision look like. The vision is coming to fold where selling this product to TKO is to merge both of these companies, man. So you can see both sides, but also it's going to open up doors to you guys' point too to maybe make that purchase to TNA and other companies down the line that get that more exposure, and then do the crosswalk over the bridge to each brand to get that exposure and see different kind of matchups that you all dream and loot about, man. This is that going forward direction in the, I won't just say Triple H, but TKO and Nick Khan and the Shawn Michaels and the Dwayne Rock Johnsons and Dana Whites, those people in them boardrooms that have this vision that we pretty much been talking about fantasizing for years under the Vince regime, but now we're really getting that, and I like it's really taking its course in time. The transition coming, so we're seeing it. It's just a matter of time and when we'll get the full show for it.
Yeah, I got a real life example of it, testimony of how it's already making impact. I've worked my coworker who my desk right next to his, UFC guy through and through, but now just got into WWE because of the merger, and is digging WWE. So it's happening. Yeah, we getting their fans. So it's
good.
It's creating a global product in both worlds where it's like, yes, this one is as real as it gets, but then at the same time, this one is as entertaining as it gets. And if you can package those things and present those things out, it's gonna continue to grow everything. So only up from here, it looks like. Only up from here.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jackie, for giving me this segment tonight of Booking to Bury It.
Bro.
Yeah, man. So let's tune in. We'll see what the rumor mill and my dirt sheet compadres and partners got up our sleeve for the next one. So appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for bringing that on.
Absolutely, man. Good segment.
Let's go in and get on out of here, boys. We've been going at it quite a bit here tonight, and we've done well in my eyes. So let's go ahead and shut this one down. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. But Griff, let the people know where they can find you, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all can locate me, find me on IG at GriffNation84, and also on X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84.
All right.
Coach?
All right. Y'all can find me on IG at Coach Montay24. On Instagram, I got to get back active and get back to posting. So let's get it. So
that brother's gonna post something soon. Don't worry, we gonna make sure.
I gotta get back at it.
I got a plan coming soon. Don't worry, I got a plan coming soon. You can follow BDixx on Cash App. Follow that man on Cash App. Follow him on Cash App at BDixx989. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JackieMiles42. And you can follow us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so that you're notified every time that the boys hit the screen. We'll see y'all next time. This is ECW signing off. But, Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
Not once. Y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Ew, get them emojis out of here.
Oh, that's crazy.